Who says that being after 50 means you can't try new things? If anything, oh my gosh, how fun is it to try something completely out of your wheelhouse that's living deep inside of you, that's knocking, going, come on, come on, come on, before you're like, I'm dead and in the ground.
Did you push record?
Thanks so much for joining us again on Our Second Act with Paige and Silka.
For your second act of life. Hey, Silka.
Hi, Paige. I am so excited to be picking up on this segment here today because, we mentioned a few times now, we're starting our new series on doing something for the first time. When is the last time you did something for the first time as it relates to staying relevant, staying active, and just living your life to the fullest after 50? Well, of course, one of the things that, we talked about, and I believe the segment already ran by the time people will see this, is that, I discovered a clothing optional resort because for some reason I always wanted to.
I think that's great. And what was it like for you, Silka?
It was... I use this word over and over again. It was cathartic because for me, there were a lot of body issue, stuff associated with it that I went through as a child. I don't want to talk about that in today, though. I will link to it so you don't miss any of those episodes. I want to hear what you did because what we're trying to do, we're almost doing a little bit of an extreme move here to kick this off. So tell me what you're doing.
So, when was the last time I did something for the first time? Well, I did it. I I joined an 8-week class on improv. Yes, you've heard it. I am taking improv classes, and I've already had my first improv class, and boy, they throw you right in, and you're up there. Talk about being naked. Naked up there about, there's no script, there's nothing. You just jump in. And have I ever done improv before? Hell no. But you know that part of what I do for a living too is dealing with just the heaviest things and the most traumatic things of life that I've seen through the past couple decades of doing this work. And I'd said to you, you know what, Silka, I want to do something that's light, that's funny. Am I a comedian? I don't think so.
You are very funny. I've always said you're really, really funny. And it does come spontaneous to you. So yes, you are.
I'm taking this class for 8 weeks. And we're learning all different kinds of things. And so, so that's something that I'm doing for the first time after 50. So it's a weekly class. And I found out after the first class, which I was like, oh, shit. They're like, so at the end of this class, we're going to do, what do they call it? The theater will be opened and people will come in and we will be doing an improv on stage where people come to pay. And I was like, oh gosh, it's one thing when you do it and you're in class and you know the people that you're with, but it's a whole other story when you do it and people come in from the general public. So stay tuned to see how that plays out.
We have got to record that. I want to get video of you doing that.
I have to record that.
No, we do, and I want to talk to our viewers out there, as we're talking about this stuff, what comes to your mind? Because this is really something we feel is important, especially to, as I said earlier, staying relevant as we age. Your relevance changes. We have the ability to do new and exciting things, maybe even shock a few people here and there.
Yes.
That's
and
okay.
It's so important because, when you're in your 20s, 30s, you tend to just try anything.
Right.
Just, you feel much more free, you take more risks. And who says that being after 50 means you can't take risks? Who says that being after 50 means you can't try new things? If anything, oh my gosh, how fun is it to try something completely out of your wheelhouse that's living deep inside of you, that's knocking, going, come on, come on, come on, before you're like, I'm dead and in the ground. Let's try these new things. Let's go to new places. Even if it's a small thing, it doesn't have to be huge and big. It can just be something that you've never tried, you've never done, that you really want to try.
Exactly. And I really want to encourage our viewers. We have a suggestion box on our website, secondact.tv, upper right hand corner. You can, private messenger us there. I think you can even upload video. I'm going to double check because I want to be able to receive video that we can use on our
Right.
program. Show us what you've done.
Yes.
We both feel this is really important. And so
Yes.
if we can get somebody to try something that's been deep inside, something you've always wanted to do, and it doesn't have to be, that deep and heavy. I mean, take a pottery class, show us what you created. Anything that gives you just joy and wakes you up, we want to hear about it.
Because remember, this is about reigniting something that maybe you felt has been dimmed or lost. Because as we age, so many things happen that it's so easy for us to get pulled down into the minutia of life and into the traumas of life and into the heaviness of life. We're here to say, look, Silk and I both experience that. I know for myself what I do for a living, I'm in it every single day. So reigniting something in a fiery, fun, different way really helps for your life, for just
Exactly.
living in a different way after 50.
Exactly. And I think you probably, everybody's noticed that we go to some controversial topics,
Yes.
something that people that stay away from, stuff that's maybe a little difficult to talk about. That's because, to me, that all speaks again to staying relevant.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, because a lot of what we do talk about is what keeps us alive and feeling the best in life. So,
So I want to give a shout out to Darius Rucker because I was in the car one morning and he had this new song that was when was the last time you did something for the first time? And the song had nothing to do with what we're talking about. It does in its own way, but I called you and I said, "Oh my God, Silka, this is what we need to do. This is what's going to help reignite people after 50," because that line of his song, the title of his song, was so apropos. So, Darius Rucker, if you hear this because you're in our age group, give us a shout out, reach out to us because your song, even though your song was geared towards the younger generation, guess what? It didn't matter if it was 20s, 30s, or after 50, it still is very important for anybody. When was the last time you did something for the first time?
I
Remember
love
that.
it. I love it. I love it. So we'll do that, the hashtag thing.
Yeah, yeah. Let's do it.
We still have to learn that. See, that
I
dates
was
us. So
gonna
now
say,
we're
we'll
going
do.
to become more relevant with the whole social
Yes.
media thing. No, that's very funny. It's very funny. Well, Paige, any final thoughts?
Step in, step up, step out. Don't be afraid. Dig deep to what you really want to try for the first time. There's no better time than now. And then let us know what you tried for the first time and what it sparked in you.
When I had such fun talking to you today, and one of the things that's in the back of my mind always is, we've been recording these shows, I've been editing, I've been a producer all my life, I want everything always to be perfect. We're going to start going live. Maybe
Sounds good.
that'll be one of the things I'll do for the first time. Just don't worry about mistakes.
That sounds good to me, Silka.
Okay. Paige, thank you. We will see you on our next episode of Our Second Act with Paige and Silka.
For your second act of life.
Bye bye. Is there a topic that you'd like to see us cover in the future? Please go to our website, secondact.tv. On our homepage, upper right hand corner, there's a suggestion box. Leave us a note, leave us your suggestions. We'd love to hear from you. See you next time. Bye bye.